Previously on the Arias Adventures.
All right, so Farron, you hear a bit more clashing behind you, and soon the ram pack steps inside as you're looking down at a bright splash of blood. So you guys continue down, and you hear something loud deeper within the cave growling. And every once in a while, the earth around you shakes and shudders.
Okay, I know I'm loud, but that definitely was not me.
From all sorts of creatures, you see like discarded bones and horns from like the spiny guys outside. You see a few humanoid-looking bones here and there. When before you see this.
Ah, that's the thing I did not want to see in this.
Why?
I definitely recognize that thing.
I'm gonna tame it.
And with that, you guys can roll initiative.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, time to redeem myself after the whole null fight.
So did anybody make it?
No.
Does
Nope.
13 make it? For
No, the
Garrus?
DC was what is it?
22.
22. All right. So then, Manny, you're up.
Here he killed an ultra boss.
Okay, calm down. It's not a okay.
gosh.
It's not a contest, guys.
For real.
So as he lifts her up, you see platinum-looking collar around her neck.
What's with the collar?
Oh, it's nothing much. It's just a kink thing.
He's lying.
This is the
I
first
knew
time
it!
Garrett can actually detect that Farron is lying about something.
What's the whole situation between the two of you?
He's my master.
Obviously, she's concussed.
Are you a slave? Like, do you need help?
I don't need help.
At any rate, if you would like to pay my camp a visit again, I may have some rewards for your service. Now then, tally ho! And picking a fire, he just dashes out of the fucking cave.
All right, we're all pretty sure that guy's really not what he says he is, right?
Yes.
Last time you guys fought the giant Nergigante in its nest, along with Farron, and you helped rescue his companion, the Nico named Aya. After some awkward discussions, you guys discovered that she's a slave, maybe? She definitely has a collar, and there was some suspicious around all of that. But before anyone could further investigate, Farron quickly took his leave along with her and invited you guys, later to come meet up with him at his camp. That he might have some stuff for you guys.
Yeah.
So, and you also, Manny and Tagoro, while Garrus and Roisin and Feora were showing suspicion over Farron, Manny and Tagoro, you guys were hacking apart the remains of the Nergigante and loading up with as much as you could.
Hell yeah.
Manny, I think you wrote down the inventory of what you kept.
I did, and then maybe after game you could tell me numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
You got a lot of shit.
Lots and lots.
So, with that, I think you guys are just outside the cave right now. What would you like to do?
Yeah, we had that brief discussion about confronting Farron.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Eris was gonna go wandering over there.
Many.
Oh,
Garrus.
you approach me.
He's magic. I will be useless. If
Yes.
they use that spell for my brain, me bad. Me not do well.
Listen, don't worry. Stick close to me and I'll help you.
Wait,
I don't think he's gonna attack us.
We're not planning on attacking him, are we? Feora
Oh.
asks. Okay, just
I put
Make-
axe away.
I don't.
Oh. What? No. I thought that's what we were intentions. I'm sorry.
I don't want to fight him.
But we're still pretty sure that he's not who he says he is. Like, he's weirder than he appears, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Miss Fiora, isn't it mean to call people weird?
And technically, we're all kind of weird in our own way.
All right, that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Garrus, he can't get out of his armor. You have anger problems. Roisin is Roisin,
okay.
and
That's-
I have curses.
Ow.
I just saying, I have dark magic, and well, actually, Tagoro's pretty much the only normal one around here. I feel.
What?
I'm more normal than I should be.
And he was raised by dire wolves. Put that in perspective.
Oh my god.
There's that anger we talked about.
I'm not angry.
Fear, have you been
Anyway.
meditating like I told you to?
No.
What?
No, I mean, we kind of haven't had time to just like sit down and meditate. You know, the ship blew up. We fought a dragon. We fought a bunch of other shit. We met this weird dude and his slave, I think.
What
We
about the
didn't-
carriage ride in between, Feora?
What carriage ride? Oh, the wagon.
Yeah.
Listen, okay,
Actually, I think we made her drive the carriage.
you did.
Look. Okay, so I think mainly we just want to know the truth, right? And get a little bit of answers and see if we can help out the best way we can.
Exactly.
Okay.
And, you know, if anything happens, we are together and we'll protect each other. But
Yeah.
I doubt that will happen. So let's just stay positive and also have an open mind
Oh,
because
wait,
we don't know about the situation.
Cassie.
Hmm.
What was the little heck? Noel?
Edab?
Edab.
Yeah.
Where's Edab? Is Edab still
He's right
strapped
there.
to Tagoro?
No, because he helped fight, so he's there with you guys.
Okay.
He's just
I just
kinda
wanted
like-
to make sure he was.
Yeah, no,
safe.
he's just nervously watching the interaction right now. He's just like, okay, so we're gonna not kill him?
Yes.
Maybe.
Okay. Maybe.
Oh.
Okay. Edab will go with whatever Pack says is what we go with.
I like you, Edab. You deserve a Medal of Honor.
Real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think most Knolls would actually go up against a Nergigante like that?
Oh no, we would run far away.
Yeah.
We'd
I don't
get
think most gnolls can spell Nergigante.
I
know
can't
I
spell
can't.
Nergigante.
I really wanted just to respond with "Can you?" But I know that's not something Rasheen would say.
No, that's what he was just like, I can't even spell it. As long as everyone gets a medal, and it's not like Star Wars where Chewie is the only one who doesn't get a medal.
Edab is kind of our Chewie. He is small. He's like a small version of Chewie because he's fuzzy.
God damn it.
Am I wrong?
I mean, no, that's pretty
Yeah, you're right. We do deserve medals. And I wave my hand in the air. Little magic happens, and we're all wearing gold medals.
Ooh.
They're just minor.
You can just make gold appear?
It's not real. It's magic.
Then what's the point
Let
of
me
it?
just go. I just turn. I just go. I start
Sure.
walking in the
I-
direction where Farron was going.
I
It was a thought.
appreciate it, Mr. Man.
Next time, can you make it chocolate?
Oh my god.
Wait,
You're welcome, Roisin.
If you eat illusory chocolate, do the calories count?
I don't think so.
Naughty.
Manny's still walking, guys. He's
Okay.
getting farther
Okay.
ahead.
Let's go.
Yeah, we
Manny,
don't want like a giant bird to come swoop down and take Manny. Even
Oh,
though
no.
that would, even though that would kind of be hilarious, but
Wait, did Kel die?
oh yeah, he
Bitch,
got
he died
effing
episodes
destroyed.
ago.
He got heckin' eated.
GG.
Who had the bet that Kel was gonna die?
Me.
Okay. I think it'd be funny if we all just have a Deadpool against Kel.
Manny's just up ahead, like 20 feet ahead, just grumbling under his breath as he's marching on. Like these fucking idiots.
I try to be nice. I can't do anything right. Whatever.
think we need to add a new emote of grumpy
Grumpy Manny.
Roisin is the appreciative child.
Alrighty.
Onward.
Yep. You guys make your way through the plains, and after about like a 30-minute walk, you see the campsite just ahead. Looks like it's all set back up, a nice fire roasting, the tent set back up, and the wine cart and everything. And yeah, what do they see? Do they see Aya or Farron wander when they approach closer?
They would likely see Farron packing up a few things into the cart. Aya doesn't seem to be anywhere to be seen. Perhaps in one of the nearby tents.
Gotcha.
There are a couple up. Farron largely seems preoccupied with, first off, roasting a large hunk of meat for the travel to come, and packing up a few goods back into his very valuable wine cart.
Alrighty. So yeah, Manny, since you're leading the fray, you're the first to approach his campsite with the others trailing behind.
Hi, Mr. Farron.
Oh, Farron perks up, glancing up from his work storing away a few very long wooden boxes, and breaks into a large grin, giving a wave. Hello there!
Hey.
Finally made it back, huh?
I found a cool rock.
Oh? Well, come here, let me see it.
Manny will go just on the other side of Roisin, nearest to the fire.
Roisin goes up. Can I roll to see how cool of a rock she found?
You know what? Roll I'll roll a percentile for us. The higher the percentage, the cooler it is.
I was originally just gonna make it be like just a regular rock, but she was like, "Hey, look, it kind of looks like a thing," and it didn't look like it at all. But I just, it's D&D. We can roll for it.
Watch, roll 90 to 100. It's just an elemental gem.
58. Not bad.
Oh.
It's a pretty cool rock. It's a little sparkly.
Oh,
And see,
it does
when
look-
you squint your eyes really hard and you look at it like this, it kind of looks like a bird.
Farron does so, leaning up next to her and squinting to follow suit. Oh, I can see it. It looks quite like a falcon, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Quite a nice find. Good work.
for you.
For me?
Yeah,
Oh, I can't possibly take something so precious.
you gave me the pretty rose thing, so it's for you. A gift back.
Farron gives a small huff and a small smile, touching a hand to his chest dramatically before taking the rock. I accept it graciously. Thank you, Lady Voisine. And he gives a small, regal bow before rising back up.
You're welcome.
So, where are the others? On their way?
Yeah, they should be right behind. Oh, and by the way, here you go. I hold up a little pouch of 25 gold. I found it after the Nergigante battle. I kind of huck it over to him.
Ah, all right. My thanks. Let me see here. And looking around through a couple of his many boxes on his cart. Honestly, it seems less like a wine cart and more like something just filled with odds and ends. That sort of thing.
Manny, I'll go ahead and have you make a perception check here as you watch him rummage through his cart.
That is a 22.
The various items and stuff that you see on that he's rummaging through, and just like the manner of the cart and everything, kind of remind you of another strange merchant in your travels.
Like the kobold lady?
Nope.
I think I
Oswald!
Oh, Oswald.
A clue,
I
a
see.
clue!
God damn it, Adam.
That's a nifty cart you got there.
Oh yeah. It's just filled with little things I collect on my travels. I peddle off the odd things whenever I get back to town. Say, you wouldn't happen to have had any of those Nergigante teeth, would you?
I do.
Ah. Well, I think I might have something that could convince you to hand over. Toss a couple of those my way. How does that sound?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'd love for the others to join by now. Would they be like right there
Yeah,
now?
by now, Garrus, Farron, or Garrus, Tagoro, Feora, and Edav are now joining the campsite.
Ah, there you all are, Farron says, seemingly forgetting about his request at the sight of the others, waving them over. It's about time you lot got back. What took you so long?
Oh, everything looks the same. It's the jungle, to be fair.
It's a grassland, desert grassland. Not a jungle.
Never mind.
Try again.
Jungle of grass.
Did you hit your head? But
Yeah, that Nergigante hit me pretty hard.
okay. I can understand that. Certainly, I believe I might have a healing salve in here.
Oh, no, I'm fine, but thank you.
No? Well then, I believe, as I promised, you all. And Farron looks around to the lot, making his way around the cart. He pushes over a beam, which clatters down, forming a small, what appears to be a counter.
Like a booth, like a shopkeep booth.
A little shopkeep booth with a wooden counter straight across.
Perfect.
Well, now that I have you all here, I'm inclined to give you all a thorough discount. Normally I charge exorbitancies for my goods, but for you all, you've done me a great service in bringing my Aya back to me. And as for such, I would like to offer something much simpler, much more easy than taking gold. I will offer an item, and you will offer something equal in value.
So, like a trade?
A trade, exactly. It's much easier to partake in than just buying something with arbitrary gold. This way, you get to keep your gold, and you make off with an item that you may not feel is too valuable. After all, my values may be much different than yours.
Okay.
Wonderful. Now, I believe I may know who would like to go first. This showman's act seems to just be a natural thing for Farron. And as he sweeps his eyes across the small party before him, his eyes fall to the small form of Regine. And with a smile, he he holds out a hand and gestures her to come on up. You, dear, you'll do finely.
Oh, okay. She kind of steps up shyly, and she kind of starts like patting at her cloak, like she's looking for something.
Hmm?
Like, I don't really have any fancy stuff to give you.
Oh, oh dear. Farron gives a somewhat gentle chuckle. Oh dear, I think you absolutely do. You just don't realize it. Who better to illustrate my value? Kneeling down, peeking out from underneath the counter, he'll touch his hands to her kitsune mask and hood. May I borrow these?
She kind
Just for a
of
moment.
she kind of pauses a minute, kind of realizing that he hasn't seen her without the kitsune mask and hood, and she says, "So long as you won't be scared."
Oh, please. We just faced down a grand dragon. A beast of indeterminate might. I doubt there's anything you could do to scare me.
Okay.
Very well. Reaching out, Farron will take the mask gently in both his hands and pull it away, along with the hood.
Yeah. I mean, you know how Roisin looks. She's just kind of
Hi.
standing there, like twiddling her the strangely long thumbs.
Offering a somewhat patient smile. He doesn't seem at all perturbed by her appearance, and standing back up, he sets it away in some arbitrary box, shuffled away. And he rummages through his cart,
just for a moment before returning with a new cloak and something in a small display case. The cloak is just a piece of silken fabric, something very nice and warm.
Ah.
It's white in color, and he sets it over top of her to replace the old one. And opening up the display case, he produces a mask for you, Lady Regine. A mask to fit as wonderful as you are.
Huh? Ah. It's so pretty. So
Then it fits you.
fancy. But this probably would cost a lot of money. And
A lot of money, perhaps. But, to me, its value is limitless. Now take it. If you
Well-
accept the trade, it's yours.
But I haven't given you anything.
Well, I've taken a mask to replace mine, haven't I?
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Okay. Thank
Roger
you.
that.
Thank you, Mr. Farron. She gives him a big hug.
Of course. He accepts the hug happily. And standing up, he gives her a small pat on the head, before turning his attention to the rest, and lacing his fingers with a smile. Now, who's next?
I suppose I'll go up next.
I want it, and I push him out of the way.
Okay.
There it is.
I was waiting for someone to say, and then I was just gonna be like, it's like me just knocking him to the ground. I'm next.
So Garrus starts to step forward politely, and then Toguro just like shoulders him and steps forward.
to Gogurt.
I thought you were gonna say
Ah.
Goku.
To Goku. Toguro. My fine, large
Delicious.
fellow.
Got anything in that big black bag for me?
Well, I might. Farron is going to glance Toguro over with his appraising eye.
He's got a
Taking
lot
a
of.
look-
Okay.
Taking a look for things that he might find value in.
He has a
Um,
large satchel at his side with a bunch of junk in it.
David Bowie's bulge.
Gross.
I don't have any value
Hell
in
yeah.
that. No. Before his eyes finally settle, what weapon does Toguro have right now? Just describe it.
An axe.
It's
An
it's a big axe with a purple gem.
Yep.
At the
What
base
the
of
voice in my head said.
Ah.
Jesus.
That axe there. Tell me,
This old thing.
would you be willing to trade for that?
What?
Hell no.
Yeah, no, I can't. This is like a plot convenience thing. Like, I can't.
Very well. Had to try. Let me see here. Reaching in to his one of his black bags, he produces something new. A long wooden pole, red in color, encased in what appears to be a repurposed scroll case, and bound with hemp rope. Now this is an oddity that I came across in a land rather far from here. I think if you can offer something equal of value in return, it could serve you very well in your travel.
What the, is that the power pole?
Maybe.
Let's see. What do I have to trade?
Well, Adam, I think you still
You
have
have that javelin.
You have the hunter's javelin. You have for somehow you still have like fucking mimic tongue. You have,
You have a bunch of Nergigante parts.
You
That's
have
all
a
in the bag of holding.
yeah. You have like a bottle of olive juice.
I don't have sending stone. That needs to go away.
Yeah, you definitely don't have the sending stone. You've not had that since season 2.
I give the javelin.
All right.
This can slay 1,000 men with one swing.
Make a persuasion check.
Let's see. Where are you? Where are you?
It's a skill check.
Is it a skill? Okay,
Yes.
Skill right here.
Persuasion.
It was hard. An 8. A
God.
powerful 8.
God.
I see. Well,
That's a little overkill. You could have rolled a negative 12. Huh?
Definitely can't kill 1,000 men, but it can do some cool stuff.
It pissed off a wizard.
True.
I'll tell you what, Taguro. You may be tall and handsome, but you're not too skilled at selling an item. Give me one more item, and I'll consider trading.
You said you wanted some teeth, right?
Oh? And
Yeah.
is that what you'll be putting these teeth forward then?
Yeah, I'll throw in a couple teeth. How about
Do I
3?
sell off Nergigante stuff?
We have
6
plenty of
teeth.
teeth. 6?
No, I meant like I didn't. Yeah, I
how
got
about
tons of shit
3?
because I helped you butcher it.
You guys go ahead and decide what you want to put forward first, out of character.
Yeah, I mean Nergigante stuff doesn't bother me, so yeah.
Okay.
You want 6 teeth? You said
Farron wants 6 teeth, yes.
6 teeth? Alright, I'll do 6 teeth. And the javelin.
Very well.
Okay.
Lane. Alright. How does Manny set them or offer them?
I grab them out of the bag of holding. 6 of them, and I lay all 6 in front of them on the table in front of you. There you go.
Oh, watch this. This is going to blow your mind. And Farron waves his hands over top of the teeth and goes, "Woo!" And they all disappear as his hands pass over them. And then he turns to the javelin, and he just kind of takes it and offers the power pole because he can't really make something that big disappear.
Edab's
Well
just
done.
like, where did those go?
That's the secret.
It's
Nobody
just
but
magic.
me knows.
It's magic.
It's just sleight of
Indeed.
hand.
All right, next. Who's next? And
Wait,
Farron
what's
just
this
kind
do? I push
And
Bear
Farron
steps
just
forward
kinda-
again, and I push him out of the way.
I
Again,
didn't even
I'm
do
like, "What did
anything."
you do?"
Farron just kind of goes and just sets his hand on Toguru's shoulder and just kind of pushes him to the side. Like that's you'll figure it out. It's rather simple. Now, who's next?
Well, I'm already up here.
Ah,
Jesus.
You can join me if you want.
No, go ahead.
poor man. My man's.
Roisin leans over to Toguro as Garrus says this, and she's like, "What's a Jesus?"
Oh, frick, Fultus. I meant Fultus.
He was a man who people really liked, but they also really hated. And no one knows if he's real or not.
Oh my god.
I mean, that's
People
pretty.
say he's white, but history says he's actually not. So
Oh
there's
my
Uh,
god.
a lot of people
I-
get pissed about that.
I can get that. I'm white.
Some say there's even Korean Jesus, but he hasn't been seen.
Roisin just continues to look more and more confused, and she's just nodding. Oh,
Edab is also confused.
okay.
All right, so Manny's up here.
Yep.
Ah, for you. Tell me, Manny. Tell me, little Sir Manny. What do
Oh,
you have for trade?
Well, what do you have to trade as well? Like, I want to know what you got. You were showing it. You were just showing everybody, and you're like, "What do you got for trade?" You didn't show me nothing. What you got in that magical cart? As I'm closer to, I want to see if there's any similarities to Oswald.
Oswald.
Yeah.
Well, Oswald traveled with a giant pack. Like he always had this towering pack on his back. But it appears that Farron here has a cart just loaded with stuff.
But there wouldn't be like any similarities between the two.
Besides that, like, weird, mysterious air, because even with Oswald, there was always just something off about him. When you first encountered him, he was a very old man, and then when you encountered him again in Vivendi, he was a middle-aged man. And he seemed to have not recognized you from the first time he met you.
Right, so I was wondering
So-
if there's like if he was like maybe a younger version.
No, this guy
completely
This
different.
guy doesn't, completely different guy, but still has that same weird aura and air about him.
As Oswald did.
Yeah.
Saying, oh. Okay.
I see.
And while Manny is leaning in closer, Farron, I need you to make an insight check of your own. Or perception check of your own.
Two very different things. Okay.
Sorry.
While this is going on, can I make a perception check to see where Aya is?
Sure.
12?
She doesn't appear to be in immediate sight, so she could be in one of the other tents.
Oh, dang.
All right.
All right, I'm going to message you, Wonder.
All right. I suppose we shall wait. Here, in the silence.
And then
There
some
we go.
people think Jesus' mom really was like a
No,
virgin,
shut
but-
up. You're done talking.
Well, he said silence. I just figure in the background you just see Goro going on and on about what Jesus is.
Roshin just continues, nodding, very, very, very distant look on her face. Just, uh-huh. She does not understand a single word he's saying at this point. But she's nodding and smiling.
Wonder, message has been sent to you.
Hi, I see.
To what you notice.
Looking down to Manny, a small light of recognition shines in, or just kind of flares up in Farron's eyes. And he kind of sits back, like, I see. Well, Sir Manny, I think I have something you'll quite like. And reaching back, he will produce a rather peculiar item from a nearby chest, one of the long boxes he was storing away. Inside the box, as he takes off the lid, it seems to be filled with all sorts of vines, thorns, and greenery, leaves poking out. And reaching past all of this, he produces a strange thing. A strange rod of some sort, or a stick. It appears to be a flower, yet where the flower's center would be, instead sprouts this long carved, what appears to be a blade, carved out of immaculate wood, though unstained. Setting it down onto the counter allows Manny to inspect it. Here.
Okay.
Tell me, do you have anything you could trade for something like this?
Is it?
Well, what does it look like, Manny?
Looks like a sword.
Very right you are. And yet it's so much more if you think creatively. Picking up the sword, he pulls at the wooden blade. And inside there seems to be a long, straight branch of some kind of bladed thorn. It appears to be metal at a glance. Yet, when Wolf suddenly flicks his wrist towards the hunk of meat on the nearby fireplace, the blade whips around as if coming to life, snatching forward, grabbing the meat and pulling it back, now caught and entangled in its thorn.
Is that like a rose whip from fucking Yu Yu Hakusho?
With another flick of his wrist, the whip returns to its rigid form, appearing to take the form of a rapier. At least, that's what Manny can most liken it to. And Farron, without a second thought, resheaths it, and just kind of carves a chunk off of the meat to take a bite of. So, do you think you have anything of equal worth to this? Perhaps your own rapier? Or a treasure that you've been hiding?
That is quite the item.
Pretty cool, Manny.
Yeah, it's very cool. Well, I don't know if you've seen me fight. I don't really use something like this. Nor would I know anybody who would use something like this.
I think it would always be better to be prepared for a situation that you could foresee. Or be better prepared for situations unforeseen. Wouldn't you agree?
That's true. You can't always rely on magic.
Indeed. If one could always rely on magic, then we would have no use for swords.
So, do you want some more Negrigante parts? We have
I'm
tons
afraid
of
not.
scales.
I'm afraid not.
Okay.
It seems that I've reached my limit for Nergigante parts. What I want is something valuable from you.
Well, everything I have of value I kind of use.
Does Manny have a sword on his hip or anywhere?
He still has his one rapier.
Sunstinger?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me.
I was gonna say, I think he also has the pocket watch on him.
The pocket watch is in like my front pocket.
Right.
I'm attuned to that. The rapier I was thinking of putting in the bag of holding, but
See.
because I'm not attuned to that, so I didn't even have it equipped.
Okay.
Because I have the staff instead, but there's no way I'm giving my staff.
Okay. Nothing at all.
Well, it's a very nice item. I mean, really, the reason why we came here, I think, is for some information from you. Maybe some truths about your friend who we saved.
Well, I'm afraid I'm not inclined to do that right at this moment. We're in business, my friend. And I'd hate to sour the mood with tension.
Oh yeah,
But-
that's fine. Sorry, pal. I really don't have anything to trade you. Like I said, it's a really nifty item, but I'm afraid I don't have anything for you. But thank you so much for showing me. I appreciate it. Manny kind of slowly turns around.
My apologies. It is disappointing, but I do have one more thing for you, Matt. And reaching in, or behind him, out of a small jewelry box, Farron places one ring onto the table. Directly in front of Manny. Take this. On the house.
Oh, okay.
The one ring to rule them all.
Right. What do I throw in some lava or something?
Oh, nothing quite so drastic as that. What kind of drama queen do you take me for? No, this is something I think is very well suited to you. Reaching forward, Farron touches his finger to the inner lip of the ring, and laying his thumb to the outer edge, he pulls. And before Manny's eyes, many different layers, gold band, splay out until it more resembles an orb than a ring. Here, there's your hint, Manny. And without further ado, Farron raises up and looks to the others. Next!
Wait, my hint? What?
Garrus just looks at Toguro. Is he still talking about Jesus over there? Okay, I think it's safe.
Hurry before he gets back.
No, now he's gone into.
Oh shit!
I have a point.
Oh my god.
Now he's talking about his birthday, which is actually now called Christmas or Christmas. And that's why I know who you really are, Farron. If that is your real name.
Oh my god.
Or is it Chris Kringle? I tried to take his mask off.
He's
No,
not
no.
wearing a
no.
mask. You're tugging on his
No, sir.
face.
No, sir.
Baby Chris Kringle. And I bow.
Oh my
As
god.
Toguro tries to approach, Farron just kind of palms him in the face and pushes him away. No, sir. No, sir. Please
Ow,
keep
that's not
behind the
very
counter.
Saint-like. Ow.
I never once claimed to be a saint, my good fellow. Now,
Yes,
please, back of the
cracker?
line. Back of the line.
Wait, we're
Now.
supposed to get 2 things?
I'm sorry?
Was I supposed to get 2 things?
No.
No.
Aw, I kicked the dirt. Ugh.
Now, finally, Farron's eyes fall to Garrus, who has been waiting oh so patient. My thanks for your patience, Sir Garrus. My apologies for your... Well now, why am I apologizing for your compatriot? Please, step forward.
Yeah, they're family. It's alright. I walk forward.
Now, I have something quite special that I've had in mind ever since I saw you do battle. However, I would like to know what you have to offer me first.
I lay
I can
down.
get-
I lay down 58 shark's teeth.
Sharks. Tell me,
Hunter.
where did you get this?
My family over there captured a shark on a fishing trip, and I punched his teeth out, knowing that it could be good for trading. So the time has come.
Alright, gonna go ahead and make an insight check.
Okay.
It's my turn, motherfucker.
I mean, I'm telling the truth.
Oh, okay, then I don't need to make an insight check. Damn.
Yeah.
I know the story sounds unlikely, but trust me, it's true. We've had
Nice.
a journey.
Kyle's
was-
just tired. Yeah.
I see, I see.
It was Garrus's first journey with the group.
I see, I see. Tell me, is this a treasured memory of yours? Battling this shark? Stealing its teeth?
Was it a treasured memory?
Yes.
I have other memories.
Hmm.
And plus, I always keep one in my pocket.
Do you have one more thing you could offer me? After all, this item is rather lucrative, and I only have one of it.
I effing placed down a friggin' witch's hand.
Gross.
Ah,
Yeah.
That was
Well.
from when we went into the mirror world.
That's a green hag, by the way. That's hand.
Green hag, my bad. It looked like a witch.
Farron reaches down and kind of takes the hand in his own and gives it a small shake. My apologies, we had to meet under these conditions, miss. Certainly, this will... It's an odd trade, but it is one I will accept. Tucking the hand away, which seems to be giving a couple twitches now. He's noticing this. He very quickly puts it into a box, locks it, and kind of sets it underneath a few other boxes just in case.
Oh.
Yeah, it does that from time to time. Don't worry about it.
Oh
Yeah,
dear.
I'm not. I've dealt with a few hag parts in my day, but they're so sour. They're such sourpusses.
Hmm.
Honestly, so very
Oh my.
rude.
We'll be right back after a quick break.
Hey y'all, it's Becky, player for Roisin, here to talk to you about our friends over at Awesome Dice. They have you covered for all your dice and dice accessory needs. From metal and gemstone to their specialty dice, you can easily find the right set to give you the advantage on your next game session. I just got some sparkly ones that have been working great for me. Make sure to visit awesomedice.com to use the special discount code ADVANTAGE10 to get 10% off your next purchase. That's awesomedice.com with the discount code ADVANTAGE10 to get 10% off your next purchase. Add more dice to your collection with Awesome Dice today and gain the advantage in all your rolls.
Hey y'all, Kyle here to talk about our friends at Elderwood Academy. They have all you need to add to your D&D gaming experience. They make everything from hex chest dice boxes to dice catapults. Completely customizable, you can choose from different types of woods, such as cherry, or walnut, as well as different designs like the dragon or even a phoenix. You can find all of their epic accessories and more at elderwoodacademy.com and let them know Party Advantage sent you. Much love from the Elderwood Elves and the Rampack. Game on.
Hey everyone, your DM Cassie here. Before we jump back into the rest of the episode, make sure to follow us on Twitter and Facebook to check out fun posts, special announcements, and our monthly epic loot box giveaways, where you can enter to win some awesome swag to give you the advantage on your next encounter. I also want to take a quick moment to shout out and thank a friend of the show, Nim Toast Hater, for the use of some of his awesome homebrew items. He can be found all over social media with his homebrew creations with a focus on D&D 5e mechanics, from items to monsters, feats, classes, and even races. You can find Nim on Twitter at Toast Hater. You can also check him out on Patreon, DM's Guild, and his own Discord server by following the links in the episode description. Thanks again so much, Toast. You rock. As always, if you've been enjoying this episode of Party Advantage, please take the time to review us on your podcast platform of choice. Reviews really do help us spread the word and grow the show so that we can keep bringing you more exciting content. Thank you so much for listening, and now, back to the show.
At any rate, he scoops up the teeth and sets them in an adjacent box before reaching behind him and rummaging through a couple different boxes until he comes out with this long, cylindrical box. God, this man loves boxes. And reaching into it, he pulls out this long roll of fabric. Well, not exactly fabric. It appears to be feathers. Taking the edges of this sheet, or of this strange, material, he gives a large sweep through the air. And with a the entire sheet flays out, revealing a cloak of feathers. Here. Take this. I believe you'll find it quite well suited to you.
Huh.
That's majestic as fuck.
Just like Garrus.
That's so sad.
He's gonna look like a badass with his armor.
So I just put it on.
Yeah, there you go. All these items need attunement, by the way. But if you want to use identify or make insight checks or perceptions, you could gain some insight into how these things actually function.
Sure, I'll roll. 27.
Crit, your game.
This, you casted, or what did you, let's see, you did...
He just did an insight check.
Insight.
To get clues into the nature of this item.
So, this is definitely an enchanted cloak. You can feel its magic as it sits across your shoulders. It feels very light and everything. But yeah, basically, you have this.
What?
Just instead of the description of bat wings, it's the white feathers.
Oh, it's sick.
But yes,
that's so cool.
You have, for the audience, you have obtained wings of flying. While wearing this cloak, you can use an action to speak its command word. This turns the cloak into a pair of bat wings or bird wings on your back for 1 hour, or until you repeat the command word as an action. The wings give you a flying speed of 60 feet. When they disappear, you can't use them again for 1d12 hours.
That's pretty sick, actually.
So yeah, you'll definitely have fun with that, with all your flying up high and jumping off of things.
It's now no longer a fatal endeavor.
Or it
that's
can be more fatal.
Exactly, and that's what makes it more fun.
Honestly, what's scarier than a flying paladin?
A flying
Besides
Zorro.
a flying barbarian. Exactly. You can't think of one.
You know what? You're right. I can't think of one. Quick question.
Mhm.
What can I give you for that rose thing?
Ah, well, I'm afraid this is also a fairly lucrative and unique item.
I
And
have
as
very weird crap.
I'm afraid I will need something equally unique and lucrative this time.
Okay. What about how about 2 vials of hag blood?
No sale, sir. My apologies.
3 vials of hag blood.
While I admire your tenacity, I'm afraid I just can't part with this item for something like that. I will need a magical item. A genuinely magical item. That is equally exemplary.
You got a +2 sword.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him my only weapon.
To use the rose whip thing.
You have a candle.
I'm not taking away my last candle.
What more
It's my last
valuable?
candle.
I was gonna say, what more valuable item can you give up?
What about my ring of evasion?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, me too. Until now.
Jesus.
Considering I don't use it a lot, and I'm pretty evasive as it is. Sure. How about this? I give him the ring of evasion.
Ah, well, it isn't as unique as I would like.
It's a hummingbird.
Very well. A hummingbird for a flower.
Exactly.
How interesting. Taking the ring and tucking it away in his coat, he will take the rose blade and set it into its case once again, sliding its cover over, careful not to damage any of the petals or the leaves. He offers it to Garrus. Very well. This I will accept.
All right then. Thank you for doing business.
No, the pleasure was all mine. Now, looking up, once again from his deal, he fixes his eyes onto Feora. You, miss, are not
Me?
exempt from this. Please,
Oh.
step forward.
Okay. She steps forward.
I've another item for you.
Okay.
One on the house. Much like that quaint little ring I gave Manny.
Oh, alright.
I get the feeling that this will help you quite a bit in the days to come. Reaching down into a small box on the lower portion, and he opens it up to reveal what appears to be a mushroom farm. And reaching into it, he plucks out a small amentia mushroom of red, or with a red coloration, a white stalk, and small white dots dotting all over it. If you feel you need a small kick, just a small edge on the competition to come, or if you just truly need to send something to oblivion, go ahead and use this.
Is
And
this
he
just a mushroom?
it's just the fucking mushroom. It's literally a mushroom.
Oh, okay. She takes the mushroom and just looks at it. It's not like drugs or anything, is it? Because that's not my style.
Drugs. What I would. Next. Now you, Mr. No, come here. Come here.
Edab?
Yes. Edab.
Edab
Come
get
here, my
something
friend.
too? He steps forward and looks shyly up at Farron.
Yes, Edab gets something too. Something very
Edab
special.
have, let's see, Edab have net and spear and bow to trade.
Very good, very good. I'll tell you what. For you, Edab, I will give you something. Fuck,
Just-
hold on.
Just gives him a gun.
Oh shit!
Literally just like,
just a minigun. Just goes
here,
into the next
allow
battle
me. Allow me to take all 3 items and just fulfill all 3 roles. Here's a bayoneted minigun that shoots nets on the underbarrel.
Shit.
I
Edab
call
will
it-
conquer as chief now.
I call it the Abaser because it humbles
Edab's
everything
gonna
that comes
slay,
across.
bitches.
And on the 3rd day, he rose.
Oh my god.
Okay, so now, well, he rose, but there are people who believe that he didn't. There is people called Jews, and they believe that he didn't come back. He's dead. So there's that. Oh,
I'm
okay,
dead.
sorry.
Regine is Regesus confirmed. Now, for you, Edab, my brave little no fellow, I have something very special.
Yeah?
Yeah, quite. Something very special to fit a very special no. May I have your net?
Okay. Edab make this himself.
Good. I'm certain he did, and he did a very fine job. However,
Yeah.
this isn't something that you should be throwing around. I need you to be very careful with these. Do you
Oh.
understand?
Okay. He
Good
takes he unrolls or he takes the net out of his pouch and sets it up on the counter.
Taking the net, Farron rolls it up, folds it over, and binds it with twine. Setting it onto the cart behind him, he then reaches into his coat once again. Reaching into his coat, he rummages around a bit before pulling out a long string of gold chain. A long length of gold chain with small, like, ornamental charms on one end. And attached to this gold chain is a long string of bright crimson beads, one following the other, and each one seems to gently glow from within, just subtly, as if there was something more to them than being mere jewelry.
With shiny beads?
Yes, very shiny beads. Now, if you ever find yourself in dire trouble, if you ever find yourself needing to defend others, or protect yourself or your friends, and if the threat is far enough away, I want you to take one of these beads and throw it as hard as you can at whatever offends you. Understand?
Uh-huh.
Very well. And leaning forward, Farron will take this necklace and he'll unclip it and lean forward and just clip it around Edab's neck. And it looks very stylish. Just perfect.
Shiny.
Edab's fascinated with it. He's like running his finger over each bead and looking at it.
Very well done. You look just like a proper war chief now.
Well, Edab too little to be war chief.
For now. But who knows? If you use those correctly, you might find yourself at the top of any place you'd want to be.
Really?
Really. Even the skies, if you use them correctly. Now, now then. Go join your friends. Let me pack up.
He
Fair enough.
rushes over to Roshin's side and starts showing it to him.
Farron turns away, and he pulls up his counter once again, tucks away his boxes, and tucks the beans away and pulls the tarp down a bit more, and just begins humming this peculiar tune as he does.
So, are we good to talk now?
Oh, well, certainly.
I mean, I guess since the business part's over.
Ah, yes. I was just packing up to head back to my town of, well, my base of operations currently. What do you want to talk about?
She looks to Manny and the others.
Farron, can I ask what you're doing with a slave? If she is one.
Farron pauses, and Manny gets the distinct impression that being so bluntly asked almost seems to force a small portion of Farron's soul to leave his body, being called out like that.
Listen, Farron, I really like you as a person, honestly. You seem like a nice person, you seem like you're doing the right thing. But just under my God's will, I need to ask. I'm almost obligated to.
Ah, I see. Well, I'm afraid I will be truthful with you. I did, in fact, when I first arrived in one of my southern kingdoms, I purchased her from a rather dourish lord that I passed by on the street. I saw her state, and purchased her there on the spot. I've taken up residence there for the time being, and I've been making a point to make a purchase every now and then to add to my little collection up in my estate. However, they're well treated, and I make it a point to not overwork them. In fact, they're more there on my dime than theirs. Farron simply replies, tucking away his items and securing them down finally. Taking the large chunk of meat, he makes his way over to the fire. And he seems to be starting to prepare a couple plates for a meal.
Could I make an insight check just to make sure, even though it's probably true?
You sure can, kiddo.
Yes. Sure thing.
And if
Go for
anybody else wants to chime in, you're welcome to.
21.
So you're buying these slaves for what purpose?
Does one need a purpose to buy something? Do you need a purpose to trade for any of the items that I've given you? For the insight. One moment. For the insight, Gareth, he is seeming truthful. He did, in fact, purchase Aya. Instead of, what was it? He seems to be truthful about purchasing Aya rather than stealing her or forcing her into slavery.
Okay.
What does dourish mean?
It means being in a very sour mood. Lady Voisine. Now, go ahead.
So you, took her from a bad guy?
Hi, he did. You guys hear Aya's voice perk up as she emerges from one of the tents. She looks a lot better now. She's got a fresh change of clothes. Her leather still appears to be scratched up in a couple of places, but she does appear to be in much better spirits. She's got her hair pulled back from her face and everything, and you see she has a weapon, a short sword at her side at the moment.
Ah, there you are. Took a while in the baths again.
Well, I was a bit dirty from being in that nasty cave.
Ah, but you're fine enough. Besides, I got myself all dirty rescuing you. Myself, all by my lonesome, obviously.
Uh-huh.
You've used all of my hot water again. We're going to have to stop by that hot spring again. I hope the York tribes will let us this time. I had to sneak by with the entire tub.
She completely seems to ignore his complaining as she makes her way over to join you guys and join Farron by the campsite as she cuts off a chunk of meat for herself and starts nibbling on it.
Hey, not until dinner.
Manny looks around. I got nothing. And he turns around and sits down on a log.
Yeah, checks out my book.
Do all of the people that you get, are they all from bad people? Did you are you rescuing them?
Of a sort. Many are rescued from much worse off, master. I take them, I buy them as I can. I've even knocked out and cut some down from the posts on the odd occasion. but I usually take them home. I clean them up, get them nice and healed, and I give them something of a more calm, easy life. It brings me fulfillment. But I cannot lie.
But Feora interjects, if you go through all that trouble, why not send him to one of the free kingdoms then?
There is danger in this world. I have found many different slavers, have connections in many different free kingdoms. Not to mention many of my acquisitions, my collection members. They're very naive to how the world works. They hardly consider themselves people. Honestly, this seems to be the easiest way. And if I manage to find some use in them, and they find fulfillment from it, then I see nothing wrong with that arrangement.
I mean, he kind of brings up a good point because we were hired to bring the Nikojin to another kingdom and to protect them. So,
Nikojin, exotic races. Hell, even demi-humans, or creatures of that sort. They're all commodities. And if living life on a shelf as a commodity is better than living life in constant use and abuse, better than a life where, upon being sighted by someone who knows your face, means death, I think that I can do plenty as a southern lord and a slaver. And he gives a small wink at the use of such terms to describe his work, as if he knows that that isn't entirely what he's doing.
She nods and she kind of like fiddles with her fingers a bit, and she's like, "Have you ever saved any kitsunes before?"
If I have, little Voisine, he says, just leaning forward and offering her not quite a plate, but a small cup of some kind of drink. Then they ask me not to tell.
Okay. She takes the drink.
Now, after passing out plates to each member of the party and having them eat for a short while, he gives a big grin and holds out his hand. That'll be 5 gold per plate, please.
Wait, what?
Well, fair enough. Garrus hands with 5 gold.
Thank you.
don't worry, Roshin, I got you. Manny gives
I just
10
realized
gold.
Tagoro looks through his bag. He pulls out a big ass bag of gold.
Yeah, you have 300
God.
gold on you, and
Damn
I
it.
have 200 of your gold.
Farron plucks
I'm
the
just
bag
like,
away.
I
Thank
forgot, I'm rich.
you. Yep. Farron plucks the bag. Thank you.
No, I
Next.
mean, no,
Whoa,
no.
whoa, whoa.
I kid.
Oh my god.
All the slaves
Kid.
I could slave.
Look at all the
no.
slaves I could
Slaves
buy.
that could slave?
Save.
Oh, I
All
thought you
the
said
slaves
slave.
I
I'm
could
like, oh, I'm sad now.
All right. With his little payment accrued, he tucks away the gold into this small little ebony bag at his in his pocket before pushing it down and hiding it away. And he stands up and gives a small bow. Thank you all once again for helping my Aya out of that very totally avoidable situation.
I thought you said you rescued me all on your own.
I did. They just pointed me in your direction. Of course, I am absolutely the only one to rescue you. Always. There are no other circumstances in which I have not rescued you. But as recompense, and further thanks for your, albeit unneeded but still valiant service, Farron gives a small glance, a pointed glance to Aya, before looking back. Allow me to leave this camp up for you for the night. You can sleep here. You'll have the protection of Aya and myself. And when you wake, Oh, you can even keep the supplies. We have some to spare.
Yeah, sure. My plan was just to teleport us all back to the village.
Why waste the teleports?
Besides, the village will charge you. Here, if you stay here, you'll have some hot water. You would have more, but Aya is a rather pampered girl. You see.
No, I'm not.
Farron continues on. You would have more, but alas, she is quite fond of her hot water. However, there is some hot water you can wash up. You can spend the night in a nice, safe tent out in the wilderness, as opposed to the warm bed of an inn, where vagrants and vagabonds may attack.
Oh, that's fine. We have a dome.
Perfect. Very well. Then I leave this camp in your hands. And with a small nod and another bow, he kind of like takes Aya's hand and then like picks her up and hoists her up and then just kind of tosses her into the caravan.
Oh shit.
There's a small crash, but she seems no worse for wear, even though you can't see her. And he very quickly like hops up. And as he rides away, you're all left with a distinct impression that he just didn't really want to pack up camp anymore.
Fair enough.
He just left all of his shit here.
Nope. He went away with all the carts and stuff. That's what he was packing up.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, he just left all the camping shit, like the tents and stuff and whatnot. And you just
Are
hear
you
him
sure
in the
you're not
distance.
Jesus?
Goodbye.
Bye, Mr. Farron.
And you can see him waving off in the distance. Now,
That was Santa Claus. And that person was his elf.
Jesus Christ.
This is like Narnia. Holy shit.
Uh-huh.
What a strange fellow.
Well, I'm glad we got that all cleared up.
Did we?
For the most part. Honestly, I was just worried about the slave, that's all.
But I mean, she's still a slave.
Yeah, but it's kind of the same thing we did with Naomi, in a way.
I mean,
Is it? We freed Naomi and Noriko, and we took them to a safe place.
to be
Yeah.
fair,
He's
anyone listening to this, to Goro, did not and was not involved in this. Washed his hands.
Naomi and Nurko still have to hide in the place. So they can't like go anywhere else. They're just kind of there.
This is true.
So he's just giving them a safe place to stay. Like we gave them a safe place to stay. At least until things get better.
Yeah, exactly. One day they'll be out in the open and free to do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll meet Farron in the future. Maybe he'll take up the same route as we will.
Still a weird ass dude. I feel like we didn't get. I still feel like there wasn't a lot answered by him.
I mean, like I said, I'm satisfied with it.
I guess.
It's not really
So-
breaking the law.
Well, I mean, he's not breaking the law by human kingdom standards, that's for sure.
Manny, real quick.
Yes.
Perception check on the small golden ring that was on the house for you.
19.
19. Okay. Looking over the ring, Manny finds something that he didn't notice before. A small piece of paper tucked between the layers of the lower, like underside of the ring. This part that wasn't shown. Did Farron slip this in there when he wasn't looking? Does Manny pull it out?
Yeah.
All right. Pulling it out, it seems to be a note, a very small note that just kind of says, "When you see her, tell your mom I said hi," and a small winky face.
Oh?
What the? Manny just puts that in his pocket.
Do you make a visible shocked
I
expression?
leave the group.
Oh shit!
You what? Oh,
I leave the group.
Okay. You guys see Manny look down at a piece of paper, and then he just gets up and walks away.
But are you okay?
Hold on.
Okay.
Take this with you. And I throw my staff at him.
I would. All right, out of character. I would fucking die if like he walks away, pulls out a sending stone, and I just hear like, "Hey, mom, yeah." Like, so who the fuck is Farron, huh? Okay. back to the exile of mutage. I can wait until after this.
Manny, what are you doing, buddy?
I go towards the cart.
Oh, you're going to catch up with the cart?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That card is gone, bud.
How far away?
It is not there anymore. Which is odd, considering that it was there a few minutes ago.
I cast locate object.
On what?
The cart.
The card.
Yeah.
What's the range in locate object?
1,000 feet.
DM?
Like Manny walks out in the wood 25 feet, taps the staff, and casts locate object. This white radius leaves his eyes, and like I can see through the trees, and like it's kind of like sonar in a way. Like I'm trying to search for the cart real quick.
You know, because I'm curious, I'm gonna say that just like at the edge of the limits of the spell, you detect him moving. We'll say, pick a direction, Wander.
Where are we currently?
You are in the Blood Plains.
The blood.
So which is above the scar and
So he's almost over 1,000 feet.
and the
away.
Barrens. Yeah.
All right.
He's
Manny
heading
will-
eastward.
Manny will just continue looking and just be silent for a few minutes because realistically he can't do anything to get to that distance that fast.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck was that guy? And he'll turn around and return to the camp.
All right. So you guys watch as Manny goes a ways off. He stands and stares east for a little bit before he comes back, looking a bit more perplexed than anything.
Did you catch up with them, Manny?
No, and somehow he knows my mom, and that's really weird because she's not the most friendly type.
Manny, I think he might be pulling the wall over us as a joke.
Maybe.
I mean, he was a joking fellow. I mean, it's not for certain he might know your mother.
True. All right. Wait, Tagora, I'll look at that stick now.
Aw, frig, I don't know the key word for the
Yay.
wings.
Yeah, anything that you guys want me to check out magically? Actually, I do a detect magic on all the items.
Everything's magical.
Okay,
all
well,
of
he
us,
is...
definitely
all of us
magical.
got. Oh.
Wow.
Yep.
So everything is magical that you guys got. That's amazing.
Wow.
And I will
Including your
spend-
ring.
What if he
Oh.
just gave us like a bunch of junk?
Literally
the-
everything. It's just the only enchantment is illusory magic, and everything is just
Right.
paper mache.
Yeah. Like instead of just like cloth of feathers, it's just like a rug he puts out over Garrus. Also, what's the keyword for it?
He didn't tell you. So
Don't worry. Once I identify it, I'll let you know what the magic word is.
Can I
Wow.
suggest it be eagle? Eagle!
no, it's got to be.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
All right. So what is being identified first?
I push
will-
whoever's in front of the way. I go me.
What if you're in front?
Damn it.
Then I don't push anyone. But I expect Garrus is in front, just naturally, just like not like he was wanting to be. Just he was standing there, and then I just push him out of the way again.
I just one day I want Tagoro to be out front and just like look around for someone to push out of the way and find that it's him and he's just like like pushes himself like, oh, hey, me first.
Hey, me first. Wait a minute. Oh.
Garrus just looks at Tagoro and he's just like, "You are lucky that I am a nice fellow."
What would Voltus do?
That's why I would wonder every day.
Jesus. All right, so you're handing over the pole to Goro?
Hey.
Yes.
All right. Manny, you cast Identify, and this is what you learn.
Yeah, Manny takes out his book, starts uttering,
Scribbling some
Shit.
notes.
Yep. Right. So this is a quarter staff. It does require attunement. You get a +1 to your bonus attack. It's a magical weapon, which is nice. It has 5 charges. Once on each of your turns, when you hit a creature with this weapon, the target is large or small. Oh, that's cool. So it's not like the power pole?
It's special.
And
Copyright laws.
Right.
And
right.
Wander, just to be sure, is this a toast item?
This is,
Or
in
is
fact,
this...
a Nim Toastator item. Yes.
Ooh.
So that's
Ooh.
a shout out to our buddy Toast.
In
So,
Awesome shit.
In fact, each and every one of these items is a toast item. So be sure to drop
Oh.
by DM's Guild and say him or tell him hi.
hell yeah.
Tell him
Nice.
love you,
That's right. Everyone who doesn't have a toast item, be jelly.
Garrus.
Manny.
Wait, what?
They don't have toast items?
No, Manny didn't accept the toast or didn't
got
accept
a
one of
ring.
these items.
Oh,
That's
you're
the ring.
right. Garrus has that. I'm dumb.
I have
Oh,
two.
yeah, you do have.
I have
Okay.
2. I have the...
That's a little OP. I should take one.
That's
Shut
my
up,
apple.
bitch.
Now,
Anyway,
please
handing the
continue.
staff back to Tagoro. So it has charges. If you extend one, you can push people back, which is nice. And also, if you do that, after you fling a creature into the air, you can use a bonus action to expend a charge and make 1 additional melee weapon attack against the target. On a hit, you push the target 30 feet away. If the pushed target strikes a solid surface, it takes 1d6. Damn.
So
And then
Well, I'm in love.
missiles. As an action, you can make a stand-in leap to expend 2. Okay, so if you use 2 charges, you can basically do like an energy dart.
wait, so you can hit people into the air and then smack them away like you're hitting a baseball with a bat.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's,
basically.
it's
And then
less the
hit them
powerful.
again. Yeah, and then you can hit them again. And if they fly even further, they take more damage on what they collide with. Or this actually gives you a ranged attack, which is really nice too.
Mhm.
So
God
if you-
damn.
yeah, because if you use 2 charges, you can release a force dart.
Cool
So
question. How do
pretty
I
cool.
attune to it?
You gotta spend 8 hours, buddy, on it, and you gotta make sure that you are like not overly attuned. You can only have 3 attuned.
I know. I
at a
only
time.
have 2.
Dart
Yeah, so
dancing.
so if you,
So
if
yeah,
you sleep with it, you'll be fine.
I was just gonna say Tagoro just takes it and he gets a little undressed and just curls up around it and spoons
Oh.
it all night.
Wait, what?
No.
Why does he take his clothes off?
And he just kisses it and he's like, "I love you."
it's the
were
attunement
just
process,
standing there
Taffy.
And as you guys turn around to go back to doing other looking at items, you hear Tagoro go,
Oh my god.
Oh.
Roisin, don't look.
"He's under blankies. It's cold out here.
There are 2 tents left behind, dummy.
This needs to be done now."
Oh, Jesus. Fuck.
Okay, my turn.
Okay. What you giving me?
The rose and the cape.
All right.
I just need the activation word for the...
The activation word
Wait.
is "caw." It's weird.
You're joking.
I don't know, DM. What's the activation word?
Hang on just a second.
If it's Ka, that'd be great.
I mean,
It can be
Hang
whatever
on
the
a
DM
second.
wants.
Wonder.
hang on. The activation for the cloak is Brock.
That's even better.
Yep. And with a straight face, that's what he says to him. And it's Brock. You know, like a chicken.
Manny, I know you've been hanging around Farron all day, but
Look,
seriously,
you
what's
trust
the
my magic or not?
Is it really block?
Yes, it is. And as soon as he says the
Manny, if I
no,
jump
it
up,
requires attunement. Never mind.
Yeah.
No, sorry. But that would be so funny.
Just fucking the image of just Garrus
Yeah.
Buzz Lightyearing.
Right, exactly. That's what I was thinking too.
Manny,
And beyond.
Go ahead, Garrus.
if I do another attack with Stardust and I try to activate Cape and it's not block, I'm gonna die.
You'll be fine now with this sword. I grab the rose.
Oh, okay. One thing I will tell you, especially that you noticed first thing with this this rose, the first thing you pick up is it is giving off some large amounts of Fey aura magic, like Fey wild magic.
Well, this is a nifty item.
Garrus flirt emote works.
I know,
For real,
that's what I
yeah.
was saying.
Flower sword.
It was destiny.
And I will start doing the ritual for identify on that.
All right, and this is what you get.
Huh, so you could actually not use this.
What?
Yeah, it's a rapier. You can't use rapiers as a paladin.
No!
Because it's counted as a finesse weapon. We were already talking about this a couple games ago.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
What's wrong? Wait, what's
Well-
wrong with finesse weapon?
Well, he can't use them. He's a paladin.
I'm not proficient in it.
Yeah, he's not proficient in finesse weapons.
Oh, that's okay. My apologies.
Oh, no problem.
No worries.
Well, how about you have it for a while then?
See, the thing is, I thought it changed, so I thought it could, like, change into a sword. Because if it's a sword, then it could use it. But it doesn't look like it does that.
Man, that is a good
So,
ability, though.
But yeah, that's super good, so... Yeah, I'm real sorry, but... You're not...
I mean, you can hold on to it for a while.
I mean, I don't really use... I won't be able to use it either. It requires attunement.
Oh, Oh, what about Noriko?
Noriko
Yeah.
does use finesse weapons.
Yeah, but
That'd be
I
a
was
good
also
weapon.
thinking about giving him the special rapier.
Sunstinger?
Yeah.
Can he dual wield Sunstinger and the Hunter's
No, I don't
talent?
think so. I don't think so.
That would be pretty.
That would be
dope,
epic
yeah.
as fuck.
Like grapple with the whip and then use Sunstinger.
Set it on
Cool.
fire.
That would be intense.
The cool Naruto is the coolest deviant
I mean, he could take dual weapon fighting.
Yeah.
True.
Do
Yo.
it. Let's make make Noriko not a red shirt anymore.
Jesus.
Oh,
Naruto
man,
Okay,
yeah.
we'll keep it in the bag of holding so it's safe.
All right, what is
And then
next?
The mask.
Alrighty.
And
Unless-
both the mask and the cloak magic, or just the mask?
Just the mask.
Okay, just want to make sure. Yeah. Regine very carefully hands over the mask.
So, here's the main thing for the mask, Manny. Again, this one also radiates Fey wild magic, especially, probably even more so than the rapier you just
Mhm.
identified.
Well, shit. Oh,
And you
okay.
also learn
What?
this about it.
Okay, then this
No.
is
You can read this for the audience unless you want me to.
Manny first. As soon as he his eyes are open when he does like the identify spell, and it's like arcane runes are tracing over his eyes.
Mhm.
Kinda, like flutters his eyes and gains back to normal. Well, this is going to be very interesting and very nice for you, Roshin.
Hmm?
So while you're wearing the mask, there's certain spells in the world that can alter your appearance or your form. While you're wearing this mask, you won't be affected by those spells. And also, as an action, you can expend a charge, which you have 5, to suffer the effects of polymorph. You roll a d20 on the chart, and you basically become that. Yeah, you transform into it. Every day it regains some charges, and if you use the last charge, it basically loses all magical abilities.
Oh. So I gotta be careful.
So I am making just a little amendment to this. And this is another Toast Brew item. So this doesn't have 5 charges on it.
Wait.
It appears to have an unlimited amount of charges on it. And that would more, from what you're able to gather, Manny, it is because of its Feywild nature.
Let's see.
You also gain a little bit more insight to it. It appears to also have a name of its own, and it is called the Mask of the Kitsune Queen.
Oh.
Yeah, and I would know that off of the identified spells, so...
Yes.
This is very ancient, it feels. It looks like it has kind of unlimited magic, and you could transform into a wolf, or a great ape, or even a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Garrus's ears just perk up. Excuse me?
Yeah, it's called the Mask of the Kitsune Queen. So...
I'll be super duper careful with it.
Yeah. And it looks like you're the new Kitsune Queen. Or princess.
Where did Farron
And I
get
handed
all
to her.
this stuff?
Let's see. I'm looking for one more thing. Let's see.
That ring, I think, is the last thing.
Well, also the mushroom and the necklace, but...
Oh yeah.
The mushroom helps you grow. We actually identified one of those earlier. Tagoro ate one. And he grew exponentially. Yeah, it's a Mario mushroom.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a power-up mushroom basically. And the necklace for
Oh, that's
Edab is a fireball bead necklace.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Edab is
Jesus.
packing. Edab's got explosives.
That's hilarious.
And the ring, you're not able to pick up anything. Like, the only thing you're able to get is its magic, but you don't know what kind or anything. Like, it just seems to constantly be shifting. You're unable to get any sort of arcane read on it at all.
Well, shit.
What's wrong, Manny?
Well, I can sense that this is magical, but I can't tell what it does, which is strange.
You having performance issues? Don't worry, it happens in 1 in 10 people. It's okay. Garrus tries to put on the ring.
Nothing happens.
Give me that back. You already got 2 things.
I'm just checking to see if it's okay. What if it explodes on your finger and then you have no more fingers?
I could magic one in. It's alright.
Okay, here you go.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll sleep on it, I guess.
Wait,
Yep.
now try to put it on.
Alright, I'll put it on.
Nothing happens.
I'll just leave it on. It's nice, I guess. I'll just leave it on for a while. Manny starts to create the tiny hut. And also we'll spend 10 minutes to set up alarm.
Mm-hmm.
And make a spot in the dome to rest for the night. After using a lot of magic.
Yeah. Manny CP. So yeah, with that, Tagoro is already hugging his weapon to attune to it. You guys all.
I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you.
My God.
I can only
lit
imagine
some-
what's going on now.
I lit some candles that I had from a guy I knew.
They're Garrus's candles.
What?
You've given me I don't know how many candles, bro.
I gave-
couple.
I gave you one.
You just
And
Garrus just
Yeah.
passes by and sees candlelight flickering in the tent and just goes, "Wait a minute."
Yeah, the
Never
one you've given me,
before.
I light because it's
Never.
beautiful.
Never before has Garrus been tempted to stray from the path of his god. But
Is there anything any of you guys want to do before you bed down for the night?
Just a quick question.
Mhm.
To attune to something, do you just have to be near it, or do you have to concentrate on it?
It's basically take a long rest with it. Basically,
Yeah.
like 8 hours. You have to basically just be with it and the tune.
Okay, so I'll just turn my cape over and use it as a blanket.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Roshin very carefully takes her mask off and like puts it on the pillow next to her and puts like a hand on it and just like smiles. She's like, maybe I'll be a kitsune again soon, so I can really be a kitsune queen.
Aw. That's adorable and depressing at the same time.
Jesus. Becky, I do have one thing for you. As you fall asleep with the mask close by, you fall into a dream and you find yourself wandering in this really beautiful cherry blossom grove. And sitting under a large cherry blossom tree, you see a stunning white kitsune fox, actually a stunning white fox with 9 tails and ruby red eyes, and she appears to be watching you with her tails like all swishing behind her.
Hello?
She tilts her head at you and you hear a voice in your head call out to you. I hope you enjoy the gift, little one. And in time, I look forward to meeting you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Are you the kitsune queen?
Before she can answer, she disappears and you just find yourself just chilling at peace in this grove. And your dream seems to fade away and you fall into a very restful, peaceful sleep. Manny, as you try to settle in for the night after dealing with the day and dealing with all of that and that guy's note about your mom, you're laying in your bedroll and everything trying to fall asleep. But there's this nagging feeling in the back of your mind as you absently fiddle with the ring on your finger. And you really want to try and solve it.
Of course I do.
So it takes you a little bit longer to fall asleep because of this nagging urge in the back of your mind.
Manny reaches into his pocket, looks at the note, can almost hear Farron's voice in my head.
Tell your mom I said hi.
Close my eyes. I point up to the air
Mm-hmm.
and I cast sending to my mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. After a moment, you're staring up at the night sky and you hear your mom's voice quietly respond back. Manny, are you all right?
Yeah, I met this weird guy tonight named Farron. Have you ever heard of any of that name? Had a weird cart.
I can't say that I have. The name doesn't sound familiar in my travels. I've met lots of interesting people in my time when I was serving Ulritna.
Fair enough. He gave me a note
claimed he knew you. Just wanted to make sure that you're staying safe out there.
I'm staying safe. I'm tending to a few matters, just seeing to some loose ends that need to be dealt with, just to ensure that no danger arises again towards you.
All right. Well,
If there's anything more about the man, let me know if he bothers you, and I will send my hounds and my shadows out to deal with him.
That's fine. No, you don't have to do that. He's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, appreciate it, Mom. Thanks.
All right. I don't mind taking care of any threats to you, son.
Got like a mafia mom over here.
Mama Bear.
For real.
Want me to kill him, son?
Right, exactly. Don't say my name. Alright. Well, Manny will kind of just turn around and just keep the ring on him. Just
Try to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to figure it all
Like I
out.
said, it takes you a little bit longer than usual, but eventually you do fall asleep with a lot of questions weighing on your mind. With that, we will call it there. Thanks for joining us for the Arias Adventures here on Party Advantage. Come join our community over on our Discord channel and hang out with the cast and fellow fans of the show by following the link in the episode description. You can also find us on our very own website, www.partyadvantagepod.com, where you can find cast and character bios, along with updates for special announcements and events. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter using @PartyAdvantage for fun posts and episode updates. Lastly, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you stay current with all of our episodes on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Come back in 2 weeks for more Arias Adventures as the Ram Pack continues their journey. Will the party find the advantage on their next encounter? Only one way to find out. See ya then.